Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I thought I would share with you how I make my leaves. I did a flower video and showed those to you, and so you gotta have leaves with your flowers, right? And it's kind of the same technique, but there might be a new little trick or two in there that I can show you. So I have several sets of leaves. This one is from Heartfelt Creations, and it comes with die cuts and stamps, so that's really cool. Here's one that's been stamped, and so it puts your veins and everything in there. Let's see if you can see that. There you go. Okay, so that's really cool if you can find the sets with stamps. I have this set here. It's kind of several sets all together. I just had a bunch and I just put them all in one group together. So I'm not really sure who they are all made from. And then I have this set. If I can find the cover. Oh, there it is. I'll just show you the cover. This is from Tim Holtz and Sissix. And so these are daintier little leaves, and they're kind of fun too. So we have those three sets, and I cut a bunch out already, but I'm going to just walk you right through the whole process. So we're going to start with the stamped ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another, well, first of all, before I get to that, I just saved all my scraps, and I went through all my scraps and pulled out a bunch of green, and that's what I'm going to make all my leaves with, is all these green scraps. And let's do a different color. This green's getting kind of boring. But I want to do a light color so you can see what I'm doing here. So, we're going to stamp the leaf, and I am just using a green, this Evergreen from All Too New. You can use any color of ink you want. A lot of times I will do them in a tan color, or green, or a dark gray. It just depends on what you're doing with it and how you want it to come out looking. Okay, now I'm going to, first I'm going to wash my stamp off, because I like to keep everything looking practically new, so I just am that way. Okay, I'm going to stamp another one, because I like to run a bunch of them through my machine at once and save a little bit of time. And if you're doing this, you need to leave a little bit of space for your die cuts to go around. So just make sure you don't get don't stamp them too close to each other, because then you're trying to cut it out and the die cut won't fit on there, and then you wasted your paper. Well, you can cut it after you've cut this one, but then you're wasting your time and not accomplishing what you set out to do. Save time. So I'm going to stamp two more on here, this one and one more. So I just show you how I run them all through together. Excuse my voice again, sorry. I will try to do my best here. Okay, stamp this one. All right, so we've got 4 leaves on this one piece of paper that we can stamp out or die cut out all together. So now, where did I put my die cuts? Okay, this is the die cuts that came with the stamps. So just get all of those out and put them where they belong. Huh. That is... I have to find the stamp for that one. It must be in somewhere else. Maybe it fell out of the package. All right. So you that just boggles my mind. I had to think about it. Anyway, so you line your die cup up on your stamp, and this kit, Heartfelt Creations, they just match up perfectly. They cut out really nice. Now see there, that one almost was too close, but there's barely enough room to get it where I need it. Just barely though. I should have moved it over a bit. So that's what I'm talking about, is don't stamp too close or you won't be able to cut them all out at the same time. I mean, if you want to save paper, you can do it and cut them out separately, but we're trying to save time, so line that one up. So if you're not stamping them, you don't have to take all this time to line them up either. You can just put them on your piece of paper, tape them down, and you're ready to go. I wanted to show you how nice they come out when they've been stamped. So, okay, we've got that part ready. I'm going to slide it over for just a second and show you that I'm going to use my Gemini Junior today. And you can see extra pieces of tape here. So when I'm through cutting, the tape's still good, and I just put it on the side of my machine so that I can keep using it. And I'm going to move this out of the way because my plates won't go through with my cameras in the way. So it's going to have to cut over here where you can't see. But I have this metal magnetic plate, and this is from Sizzix, and it's really nice. And you can try not to cut on it, but as you see, I did. But I'm trying to not do that anymore. So I'm going to, since these are all taped down, I'm just going to flip them over, and they'll stay in place because they're taped down. And then I always have one plate on the bottom that I cut into. And you can either put your paper on this plate or you can put it on your magnetic sheet, whichever way you want to do it. And then this is the top plate, and I don't cut into it. I like to keep it nice and clean, cut free. But I need both plates to go through my machine, so that's how come I layered it this way. That's kind of an odd way to layer. But now I'm going to put it through my machine, and they will cut out really quick and really nice. And then I can show you, excuse me, the next step. I was hoping I would not cough through here, but no such luck. As you can see how nice they cut out. They're practically falling out of the die cuts all on their own. If they weren't taped down, they probably would have all fell out. So just get them out. Stick your washi tape to the side of your machine so you can use it again. I like using washi tape because it doesn't tear your paper. But if you don't have washi tape, you can take regular tape and just stick it on your arm or your clothing a couple of times, and that takes some of the sticky away, and then you won't tear your paper that way either. All right. That was a little more detailed, and it didn't want to come out quite so easily. And if you get them stuck in there, you can take your little tool and rub it through, and it will just pop them right out for you. So I might have to show you how to do some detailed die cuts, like lace and doilies and stuff. All right, so we've got our leaves cut out. These ones that I cut out already did not have a stamp with them, so they're just a plain leaf. But the next thing I like to do is get some ink, and I usually use a brown and a sponge. I ink up my sponge, and then I go around the edges. So you saw me do this with my flowers, because I do it on everything. I love this technique. It's my most used technique, I think. So we'll just do that real quick. And you don't have to get every little edge. You just kind of throw some on there, make it look a little antique-ish or a finished edge, however. And you can use whatever color you want. If you want to use the same green that you did in the center, or gray or black or whatever, that's up to you. Just play around, have fun, and see what you like. And I'm just making a bunch of these because when I'm making a card or something, I don't want to have to stop in the middle and go make a flower or a leaf or whatever. So I make a bunch of them, and then I store them, and so I can just grab one whenever I need it. So these that weren't stamped, I do the same thing. I just go around the edges, give them a little bit of color. I'll just do a couple here so you get the idea. And if you don't do it first, you can do second, so I'll show you that in a minute. All right, let's do these so that they match. And then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so the next step is to decide what side is your front and what side your back. And especially if you ink it, you want to turn the ink side down. But you want to spray, we're going to spray some water, and you want to spray on the back. So just decide which side's the back. And like I said, if it's inked on, you don't want to spray on the ink because it will bleed. But if it's on the back, it doesn't bleed. Well, sometimes it does, but usually it doesn't. And then you don't need a whole lot of water. Just take a squirt bottle and just kind of put a mist. Now I got too much water on there because I have a new squirt bottle and it's not working the way I want it to. It doesn't do a mist. It just kind of does a hard spray. So I'm going to have to find me a new squirt bottle. But anyway, you just want to mist them. You don't want them really soaked like I got them soaked. Okay. Now, the next part is you need some tools. And I have this kit from Heartfelt Creations. I think I showed it to you in my flower video. It comes with this pad, but I found this big pad at Office Depot, and it's just a mouse pad, and it works really great for this technique. So this comes with this tool, and it you just pick the one you want and slip it in there, and you're ready to go. But I don't want to keep switching the tools out, so I'm going to use this other one for now. So I have this one. It says it's from McGill. I think it came with a Cricut kit with the spatula and the scraper and whatever all. And that's the one I'm going to use. And then I have this. It has one more to it that I use in my fingernail stuff to do a French nail. That's a cool little trick I learned. But anyway, this one I found at my craft store. It's with the polymer clay stuff. So you can find those. So anyway, you just need one of these types of tools. I'm going to use this middle-sized one. And you do the same thing that you did on your flowers. You just start rolling your tool around the edge of your leaf. And it starts curling, and that's what you want. You want it to curl. Then you flip it over. And this one isn't a very good one to show you because my fingers are in the way. And you can kind of run down the center of it. so that it's not one big, huge rolled up ball. Okay, then you do the same thing. On this one, I would just press on each tip of the leaf, and it's on the back side. I'm pressing on the back side. So where these leaves are so tiny, I'm just pressing on the edge. Then I flip it over and I kind of press my tool down the center. And that gives you a nice shaped little leaf there. These other ones, where they're a little bigger, you can press or roll around the edges. Everything's done on the back. And then for this one, I would just kind of press at the very tip of the leaf and give it a little kind of a dent there. So that's 3 different types of techniques. This one, I just roll around the petals since they're a little larger. You can see my leaf is flipping all over the place. That's all right. Just make sure you get each little petal and roll it around the edges like that. And then I would flip that over and I would just go down, kind of down the center again. And you have that nice shaped 3D-ish leaf. Okay, I wanted to show you one more technique. I'm going to ink this up really quick and spray it. Where's my spray? I hope I don't. Okay. Just spray it lightly again. You just want a mist. And this one, I'm just going to take it up and crinkle it up in my fingers into a ball. So there, you just have this all mushed up little ball. Okay. Then very carefully unfold it. And I do this with my flowers too, so you've probably have seen this. But then you have this cute little detailed leaf. So there's all those different kinds of techniques. But what's really fun is just to cut out a bunch of them, play around and see what you like, and shape it however you want. See, these got really wet. They're bleeding through my cardstock, but they'll still work. They'll still work as long as this side doesn't bleed too much. But anyway, so yeah, I really need to find me another mister. So anyway, that's the technique. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you like videos like this, or if you like to make flowers and leaves for your cards or your scrapbook pages, like the video and let me know that. And give me suggestions on what other videos you'd like to see. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.